It's time. We're gonna put our foot down.
Your impatience does not hasten the Tanakh, Nora.
Only our annoyance.
Oh, I'm so sorry you're annoyed.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to...
If looks could kill.
You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Oh, look who it is! We knew he was gonna show up. Didn't know when, but... Struggling with the ride a little bit, it seems.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the devil herself! The gate stays sealed until that horn grows!
I'm asking
These guys
myself.
know each other too.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron.
What's happening?
Orders.
I know the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to
Open
stand in her way.
the
It's not gonna work.
gates.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, nose off. You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Appreciate that, Aaron.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
What a good dude.
So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah,
Pretty
well, I
much.
figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do.
Okay, we have some stuff here. Straggler's Shade? This is back behind the wall. Oh yeah, this is where we found those guys.
We'll see how it goes.
Be on your best behavior, Varl.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
You don't want to do that, buddy.
She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I mean, obviously we'll tell him what he wants to hear.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
Like what?
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when
Like
they
those
flung
pit
me at
fights?
Hekaro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hekaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
Well, it's not like the pits. This is him basically fighting for his life.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive.
I want to do that.
Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hoped for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner.
Powerful.
I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
It seems like this is something we could continue with him over time, but, like, for me, it makes way more sense to hear the whole thing at once.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekarro and the Marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
The Karja talk about Hekarro as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him.
Smells like foreshadowing.
That's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do. I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles.
They're all pretty
But I
tatted.
feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
So he's open to it.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to it.
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Oh, Sky Clan. There's our first name, I think.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
Oh, cool.
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
So there's going to be some strife within the clans because not everyone is supportive of this.
The Karja have opened the gates.
This will go smooth, right?
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Uh-oh.
Regala. Chief Hikaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
Uh-oh.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaro has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Oh, I doubt she came alone. Oh, snap. Didn't expect a machine, not gonna lie.
Lancers, form up!
Wow.
They're riding machines. Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Oh, silence.
Fashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archers, light them up!
Get to cover!
Ah! Archers! Keep them back!
Crazy what having a few machines on your side can do to the enemy. Looks like Wadis is making it back.
To the Karja! Run them down!
Or maybe not.
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
Oh, wow. Nope.
Karja! Stand your ground! Fire at will! I don't have a shot!
Just hit anything. Oh, cool. Are we literally hiding this whole time?
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
What?
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Let me at him.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
Use rocks to attract unaware enemies. Yeah, yeah.
Here they come!
Oh my god.
For Fashav! I'll cut you again!
Did I get this thing? Yes, I did.
He dies!
Help them out!
Give them!
Oh, sick. Let's go! The knockdown seems to be helping. At least dismounts these guys.
Move on! One more traitor dead!
Ooh, that'll do.
I'm gonna finish this! Firing now! Now they're scared. Ammo for you!
Oh, God.
Whoa!
Wow.
I'll get you! Gotcha! One more traitor dead! Covering fire! I have
Okay, it's that same situation again where I can't attack. And it seems to be related to jumping up onto those things. So maybe we just never do that again. Up onto those little pillars. Oh, well played. Are you kidding? Whoa.
Just you and me now, Bo.
We've survived worse.
Rebel acid bristlebacks. Let's get some of these things going.
It's exciting.
That'll do.
Help them out there!
Oh, I can't attack. Jeez. Oh, no. I'm trying to hit the canister.
I'll take this one!
Okay. Let's eat this treat as well. got him.
Enough!
Who's Gruda?
You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both! Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Oh, he's just like a profound warrior, maybe?
Granted.
Oh, wow. Frick, the problem is I don't think I can attack at all here. I just have to use my arrows.
You're next, girl.
This could be
I've
problematic.
never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through a shield if I damage it enough. Gotta get through that shield.
Yeah, working on it.
There! Now's my chance!
Oh boy. Oh, I actually can't craft any more of those. The knockdowns.
Give it up! Shield regenerated. Need to break his guard.
Yeah, weak versus the acid.
Gotta take down that shield. Shield's gone. He's vulnerable.
Get rid of this helmet.
You're not stopping me. Gotta break through his block.
Broken the shield, not the warrior!
Ooh!
I've got to break that shield.
Come at me. Idiot.
Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No.
Yeah, if I was her, I'd say the same thing.
You've earned your life today. Comrades, mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out.
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you?
stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
We knew it wasn't going to go smoothly. Didn't expect an all-out battle. Followed up by a nice little 1v1. That was cool that we could kind of utilize a full complement of the skills that we have, but still could use more of like the critical strike valor focus. If we could have had melee attacks not glitched out, that would be helpful.
It's salvage time, boys.
But we got it done. Yeah, I kind of wish I was salvaging this, not gonna lie. Oh.
I should be able to use it to glide.
Oh, cool.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Fashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This
Utaru is another one. The Sky
All that out
Clan.
there, that's no man's land. It
Utaru.
was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who
More
went out
concerning
there
that
before
they
the
can
gates were
also
shut for
control
the
them.
embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain.
Oh, maybe
They'll help
Utaru
me
is
get
not
the
the
lay of the
tribe
land.
name.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Yes. Oh my god.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
It's too bad about Nazar and Voidis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest,
yeah.
Well, no one deserves to go out that way.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tenakth. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tenakth.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's a good thing that we talked to him about his past there.
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone the Tenakth chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land.
Yeah, and they were calling out
Fashav was
flanks
going
and
to be handed
stuff.
over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
You probably traced them.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then New Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans.
Oh, here we go.
Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the
Probably
stories.
never been there.
During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their
Okay,
lands
so they are a
between
tribe.
here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More
Gotcha.
taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know.
There must be
I
more to
heard they
them.
have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call No Man's Land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll run into them.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
The hell?
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Someone's floating.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I don't know if Farrell's actually going to follow anymore. Holy. Okay. So we do get to pick up all the stuff. Love that. Karja Blazon. The shield wing is an energy-based glider repurposed from machine technology. Hold square while in the air to deploy and glide. Circle to stop.
I'll gather these while I can. So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, the backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders. have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would.
Yeah, it just seems now the odds are
The woman who
stacked
led the
severely
ambush,
against us.
Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? Gotta be prepared.
Okay. There's enough death and destruction here, may as well just continue adding to it. Oh. All right. Let's refill our berries here. That treat may have come in handy. I'm not sure. We probably should have used it a bit
Good
earlier.
spot to test the shield wing. Why climb down when I can glide?
Yeah. Good point. Oh, I have to hold. Woo!
Yeah, okay. Guess I can leap off just about any cliff now.
I just kind of want to get to maybe a bit of a clearing or something. Oh yeah, okay. Check this out. There is a small camp here. The machines to the left. Oh, this is the salvage camp. Okay, okay. Some blight over there, and then of course, who the frick knows what coming from there. Okay. So this will be our first stop. Unknown rebel camp. There's a tall neck there we could probably climb to get info on. Let's see. Go to the coordinates received from the spire. The bristlebacks. Search north of Barren Light for the rebel camp, which we're doing. Go to the Eclipse hideouts. Need a couple of things there. And then that's taken us up pretty far north. Okay. Even that's taking us up as well. Okay, so we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll go to the salvage camp. And then likely go north to the bristleback. I'm thinking then maybe go out to the tall neck before hitting the rebel camp, but we'll see. Maybe we just go to the rebel camp and then hit the tall neck from there. Skills we have we have a few. Let's get this extra damage going. I like this critical boost. I feel like that's pretty easy for us to land consistently, and it's a huge chunk of damage. And we could even get it up to 5 if we want it. And this is our currently equipped one, so let's just let that roll for now. In terms of characters, we've added a couple. Fashav and Regala. We read about Silence, Blameless Marad. Now the Sun King Avad. The 14th monarch of the Karja tribe. And paradoxically, for such a gentle soul, the only one to ascend to the throne through regicide. His father, Jiran, the so-called Mad Sun King, came to the throne shortly before the derangement, a sudden change in which the machines of the world went from docile to hostile, often attacking humans instead of fleeing from them. The shift was caused when Gaia destroyed herself to prevent Hades from extinguishing life on Earth, but the tribes of the world had no way of knowing that. Instead, they saw the change as mystical or supernatural. Based on the advice of treacherous and opportunistic priests, Duran became convinced that the only way to end the derangement was by appeasing the sun god through human sacrifice. Accordingly, he launched a war against neighboring tribes, the goal of which was to take captives to be hauled back to Meridian as slaves and offerings. This conflict became known as the Red Raids. Avad could not watch those atrocities and stand idle. At first, he tried to work from within the palace, pressuring his father to relent. When that failed, he banded together with Othram freebooters and Karja dissidents to end Duran's evil reign through force of arms. Unfortunately, Duran's demise did not end the crisis for the tribe. Remnants of his regime fled to the western citadel of Sunfall, forming an insurgency called the Shadow Karja. Even worse, dedicated fanatics from this group joined a splinter cell known as the Eclipse, which we've learned about. Followers of Hades bent on taking back Meridian with an army of ancient war machines, and that was also created by Silence. It was only with Aloy's help that Avad and his family finally defeated these threats at the Battle of the Elite. Despite taking over a kingdom that was ravaged by tyranny, threatened by rebellion, and despised by other tribes, with the help of heroes like Aloy, Erend, Vanasha, and Blameless Marad, Avad has been able to protect and empower his people. Since the Battle of the Elite, he's been working hard to heal the schisms within the tribe and restore positive relations with other lands. Super cool. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will take a break here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Oh, one thing I thought about is might be worth trying just to see how the resolution preset feels. Oh, you can already see the performance impact. But visually, it does clean it up really nicely if you even look at the detail in her hair. But yeah, it's just not nearly as smooth. So yeah, we're gonna stay on performance. But there we go. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye for now.